After a long journey, I finally landed in a new country. Daniel came to pick me up at the airport. He looked just like his photos and welcomed me warmly. For the first time in years, I felt a sense of peace. But later that night, after we arrived at his apartment, something unexpected happened. I noticed something about the house that made my heart sink instantly. The living room walls were covered with photographs. At first, I thought they were family pictures. But when I looked closer, I realized something strange. Most of the photos were of different women. Some were smiling beside Daniel. Others looked like normal selfies. My heart began to race. Daniel, who are these women? I asked slowly. For a moment, he didn't answer. Then he forced a small laugh and said, "Oh, they're just friends." But something in his voice didn't sound right. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind kept thinking about those photos. The next morning, while Daniel went out to buy groceries, I decided to look around the house. I didn't want to believe anything bad, but my heart was uneasy. Then I noticed a drawer in the living room. Inside it were several passports, different passports, all belonging to women. My hand started shaking. Just then, I heard the sound of the door opening. Daniel was back. He walked into the room and saw the passports in my hands. The smile on his face slowly disappeared. And the way he looked at me at that moment made me realize I might have just walked into another nightmare. Daniel stared at me in silence. The smile on his face had completely disappeared. For a few seconds, neither of us spoke. My hands were still shaking as I held the passports. "Where did you get those?" he asked quietly. "I found them in the drawer," I replied, my voice trembling. "Daniel, whose passports are these?" He slowly walked toward me and gently took them from my hands. Then he sighed deeply and sat down. For a moment, I was afraid of what he was about to say. "Amara, sit down," he said. My heart was beating fast as I sat across from him. Then he began to explain. He told me those passports belonged to women he had helped in the past. Women who were also suffering in abusive relationships, just like me. He said some of them had stayed with him temporarily before starting new lives in the country. I wanted to believe him, but something still felt strange. "Then why keep their passports?" I asked slowly. He paused. "Because sometimes they leave things behind when they move to other cities," he said quickly. His answer didn't fully convince me, but I didn't know what else to say. I had already come too far to turn back. That evening, Daniel acted normal again. He cooked dinner and even tried to make me laugh. But deep inside, I still felt uneasy. Later that night, after he had gone to bed, I couldn't sleep. Something in my heart kept telling me there was more to the story. Quietly, I picked up my phone and decided to search one of the names I saw in the passports. What I found made my blood run cold. One of the women had been reported missing 2 years ago. My hand started shaking again. I quickly searched another name. The same thing. Another missing person report. Tears filled my eyes as fear slowly took over my body. Had I made a terrible mistake? Was Daniel really helping these women, or was he the reason they disappeared? Just then, I heard footsteps behind me. I slowly turned around. Daniel was standing in the doorway, staring at my phone, and the expression on his face told me one thing. He knew that I had just discovered the truth.